Hi everyone. So as I mentioned in my last video, I'm going to high school. So basically I just got out of middle school, which is kind of obvious. But anyway, so I'm I'm going to share with you guys my, survival tips, if you will, for middle school students. So what I really suggest doing is not going for those tote bags. I mean, they're cute and all, and I had one for a year, so I speak from experience when I say this. But it's just so much more difficult because it makes your shoulder hurt really bad if you have to carry a lot of stuff like I did. I mean, my hand turned purple multiple times when I was trying to carry this back home. So I just suggest not doing the tote bag if you have to carry a lot of stuff. On the other hand, if you're one of those people that carries around, a little binder, then by all means put it in the tote bag. I'm just saying from my experience, backpacks work better. By the way, this is my cat Frankie. Well, one of my cats, and he just heard his name, so yeah, hi. So he's there. But another thing is you don't need to go overboard with makeup. I'm just going to say that flat out. You don't need to. I see all these people in 6th grade having, bright blue eyeshadow up to their eyebrows and, false eyelashes, bright red lipstick. I'm sorry, but if you do that, you look like a clown. Just, honestly, that's what you look like. So, I suggest not doing that. I mean, I personally wore a little bit of eyeliner and mascara, so maybe a little bit of eyeshadow, but, more browns, and then blush. But my mom got really mad at me for wearing the eyeliner, so unless you talk to your mom about that first, I think you don't. It's probably not the best idea. I mean, I know most moms are okay with that, but my mom said it made me look goth, and I didn't honestly wear that much. So, yeah. Also, I suggest establishing good study habits now. I mean, you may say, oh, I'll do fine when I get to high school, but it honestly will help if you do that in middle school to get that good foundation for when it doesn't count towards your college. It just gets the foundation ready for what counts towards your college. So I suggest doing that. And I had a few friends who took the SAT in middle school. I don't think you need to do that, but I don't know. I don't know if it goes on your college applications or not. I don't think it does, but they just wanted to see what it would be like, and I suggest you can go, if you really want to do something like that, go online and get practice questions. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but oh, and tutoring. I know some people are really embarrassed to go to tutoring after school, before school. If you don't understand it, go to tutoring. I mean, I've gone to tutoring many times. Sometimes it was just because I missed, the classwork. Sometimes it was because I didn't get at all what they were talking about. And actually, a lot of times this year is because I couldn't concentrate on what I was doing because the kids in my class were talking about Jersey Shore. So, tutoring is a great help if you do need it. And it's a great place to go to catch up on, if my math teacher, I got a 56 on one of my tests this year, and she let me come to tutoring, and I raised the grade to 60-something because she gave me half credit on the questions that we got done during that, on that time, because we redid the questions I got wrong, and all the ones that we completed within that time period, she gave me half credit, which was amazing. So, your school might not do that, but it's still very, very, very beneficial to you to get that foundation. And, I mean, I think part of my problem this year is because we went through 5 teachers, because my first teacher got promoted, then we had then the other teacher quit, or we got a new teacher and she quit, and then we had a long-term sub who was amazing, but then we got then we got another sub because because the other sub had to go do something else, and then we had our teacher for the rest of the year, who was okay, I guess, but she couldn't control the kids in her class. Also, if your teacher is doing something that you don't like, I suggest you tell them. I don't mean to be you shouldn't be very rude about it. But like one of my teachers always lost her work, and we all tried talking to her about it, and that didn't change anything. But that's just something we're gonna have to accept. But I mean, we all went up to, or a few of us went up to her, not all at once, that it can be intimidating. But if you go up to her and just say, hey, I think you're losing my work. Could you go check or give me an extended time period to finish it? That's always an option. And I mean, I had this teacher in 7th grade, and she mispronounced this kid's name the entire year, and he told her many times that was not how you pronounce his name. But she goes, no, this is how you pronounce it. You're wrong. And that's just when you have to step back and say, okay. And sometimes there are teachers so bad that you just can't function in that class. And if that's the case, get a schedule change. I'm not allowed to do that at my high school. They already talked about it. And they said that unless there's some conflict or, there's some special circumstance, that they aren't going to change your class, not even if you're doing horribly, you don't like the teacher. Evidently, the only circumstance that they'll let you do is if you flunk out of your class. Which, honestly, don't worry about. If you work and try your best, then you will do fine in anything you're going to do. So just do that. And what really helped me through middle school was the amazing support system of friends I had. I mean, we were all very, very close our entire school year, and I mean, there are so many people in my school who get on my nerves because they sit there screaming down the hallway going, oh no, you didn't do that! Why are you doing this? Oh my goodness, I am annoyed because my cat peed on the outside. Oh my goodness. It just annoys me so much, and they'll start fights for whatever reason. And I mean, my friends and I were very academic. We had a whole lot of friendly competitions, and honestly, we already have some set up for high school, and I'm going to do better than my friend in that subject matter because I will, and I'm determined to beat him, and it's going to be great. So, friendly competitions are good if you want a little extra motivation to help you do well. It's great. So, that's basically what I have to suggest for that. Oh, and also, what annoys me so much is when people wear like formal dresses to school. I just don't know why, it's just, school is not the place for you to be wearing formal dresses. And most of the time you can't even wear them to school because they're strapless or, something like that. So you have to wear a sweatshirt over it and it just looks like you're an idiot. So don't do that. And don't wear heels either. I see people wearing 4-inch heels. 4-inch heels to school. And I don't know how they survive because we have a nice little staircase that's pretty steep. So I don't know how they survive. Oh, and then there's also the people wearing these wacky shoes, which are amazing. The shoes that are, like, they curve up at the tip. But don't wear those to school. And so, oh, and if your school has 2 stories, it is great to know that they probably have an elevator for wheelchairs. And if you ever get hurt and need using crutches, don't go up the stairs. I learned this the hard way. You just hold up the whole system. I mean, because a few years back, I fell down the stairs at my church and sprained my foot. And I went up the stairs the first day on my crutches after the nurse came and had me call my friend to the office. So evidently I wasn't allowed to carry my backpack. But I went up the stairs and oh my goodness, it was horrible. So I got a pass from the nurse to use the elevator. Made life a lot easier. And yeah, anything else? Oh, and if you need glasses, don't be embarrassed by it. I have glasses. It just causes a glare on the camera. See? I'm not wearing them when I do that. But I do have them. I wear them to school all the time. If you need glasses, it's just wear them. I don't care if you don't wear them all the time. Just bring them to class and wear them when you need to look at the board or watch a video. No one's going to make fun of you for it, and if they do, they probably aren't worth being friends with anyway, so it doesn't matter. And so, but yeah, if you wear contacts, that's fine. You can make sure you bring those, because it only annoys your teachers when you can't see the board. I mean, if you need glasses but haven't gotten them yet or whatever, they understand, but if if you have glasses physically at home or somewhere else and you do not wear them, I've learned that that makes teachers so very mad because they have to keep moving you and adjusting you. Oh, and don't talk during class, especially if you take foreign language classes. It is just so annoying and it makes everything so confusing. And I understand if you're not doing anything at that point in time, like if the teacher's out in the hallway, but, and I mean, then you can talk. But if you're learning in class, I suggest not cracking jokes. It's annoying. No one else can focus on what they're supposed to be learning, and then they get confused because when the teacher says something in Spanish and someone else says something, it gets intermingled or Spanish, French, Latin, German, Chinese, whatever you're learning, it all gets and kind of concreted into your brain. So don't do that. Stay in school. Listen to your teachers. Make good friends. Bye.